5 stages of your spiritual awakening. The first is the call. This happens when a traumatic event happens, or you just realize you're unhappy. You have everything. You have the house, the money, the car, the life that you want. And then you just realize, like, there has to be something more to this. You are starting to question everything in your life. You have this feeling that something needs to change, and you're really looking for something that's actually meaningful. In this stage, you're going to see a lot of signs. You're going to see synchronicities. You're going to have vivid dreams. Maybe you may feel pressure here. You may start to feel some tingling in your hands or some heat in your spine. These are all signs that you are on the right path and your spiritual journey is starting. The second stage is the dark night of the soul. And this sounds really, really scary, but it's really not. You're going inward. You're starting to look at yourself. You're starting to look at your limiting beliefs. You're starting to look at your old identity and who you were. You're starting to understand why you are the way that you are and the traumas that you had in your past. This is a period where you are going through intense introspection. Everything that you know about yourself is going to be challenged. Your ego is going to fight you. You have to identify what is ego and what is truth. A lot of the times you're going to want to say, that's not me, or I'm a strong person. How could I be codependent? I'm not codependent. I pay my bills. I have my own apartment. I have my own money. I have my own car. No one got that for me. Your ego is going to fight you very, very hard in this phase. It's going to test your trust, your faith, and your resilience. You are going to confront some really uncomfortable truths about yourself, but because you're able to confront those truths, you're able to change them and move forward. And this will move you on to the next stage, which is stage 3, transformation. This is where you're going to start to integrate everything that you learned and that you understand about yourself. You're going to be more conscious in your day-to-day life. You're basically restructuring, reorganizing everything about yourself and who you used to be. You're going to form new values, new beliefs. You're going to be open to learning and changing and growing. You're going to discover a new life purpose. In this stage, you actually discover your new abilities and talents. This could be your psychic abilities, mediumship, healing, energy work. It could be something that you've been called or you've been wanting to do your entire life, but you were too scared to do it. This is the transformation process for you to become your true self. It's really an exciting time because you're going to become so creative and you're going to become so empowered. Fourth stage is the Hermit. This is where you're going to go inward again, but you are going to remove yourself from society. You may not engage very much with the outside world anymore. You try to eliminate any distractions. You want to deepen your connection and your understanding so that you can strengthen your spiritual connection. A lot of the times you may feel like you need to rest. Everyone's Hermit stage looks different, and that's okay. In this stage, you're going to become really familiar with yourself and your inner wisdom. You're going to form a deeper connection with the divine, or source, or universe, or God, whomever you like to call them. This is also a really exciting time because you're going to continue learning. You're going to continue exploring and figuring out what works for you and what you want to bring into your practice every day. You are going to establish your own set of spiritual practices because this is your spiritual journey. So don't let anyone else dictate it for you. The 5th stage is materialization. This is the culmination of everything that you've been doing through all the stages 1 through 4. You come out of hermit mode and you rejoin society with a new understanding of yourself, and you are putting your new skills to practice and you're using them in your everyday life. You are embodying who you want to be. You are embodying who you wanted to become. You are acting as that person. And because you're doing that, you are sharing the knowledge that you had going through this spiritual journey. Because let's face it, it's not easy to go through all of this. It's really hard to face yourself and the parts you played in your life. You may have been the villain in someone's story. You may have ignored the signs and allowed people to treat you in a certain way. And that's okay. But in this stage of materialization, because you went through all that, because you faced everything, you are going to help your community and change your environment. You're going to share your knowledge with others and you're going to help guide them through their own spiritual journey, through their own paths, because you've been through it. This is such an amazing time. You're going to create such a positive impact on the world and help raise the consciousness of humanity. Thank you so much for listening, and let me know in the comments what stage you are in right now. Let me know what you're struggling with, because I tell you, when I was in hermit mode, I didn't want to do anything. So I fully understand coming out of these is really hard to face, and especially battling your ego is one of the hardest things that you have to do, and recognizing what your ego is. Let me know in the comments where you are on your spiritual journey.